Welcome to You Can Be Healed with Connie. In this episode, I want to talk about how to create the life that you want to live. Do you know, we grow up thinking we know what we want. We all start with a false idea of what we want in life, inherited from others during our childhood, before we gain any perspective about life. In our whole life, society has told us what we want. Our family, our community, our boss, our religious, and even marketers know what they want us to want. We get everyone's idea, but our own. Those false ideas have to be given up, and the real desires within us has to be discovered if you want to create the life that you love to live. So I'm going to share 3 tips on how you can effectively create the life you love. Before we get started, if this is your first time here, welcome to my channel, and my name is Connie. I am a certified theta healer and a limiting beliefs breakthrough coach that I help people release their subconscious blocks and emotional stress and help them develop a miracle mentality so they can believe in themselves and make the rest of their life the best of their life. So now, let's get started. People assume they know automatically what they want since childhood. Like the school will ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? Your parents didn't know what you want. They figure it's the same as what they wanted. The only idea they can give you is what they hope you to want, which is to be what they want you to be. From the kind of clothes you wear, to the city you want to live in, to the person you want to grow old with, to the way you take your coffee. You might not know these preferences of yours may not belong to you, even if you assume you've known for all your years. You will either recognize this, or you will always pursue what other people want you to want, convinced it's what you want. I am convinced that how happy a person becomes in life depends on how much time they spend learning what they want. Just to know what makes you glow inside is the work of a lifetime. Your real, heartfelt wants accumulate over the years as you stumble into new experiences that awakens you. In order to live your own life, you must begin to identify and know what you truly want in life. It is essential that you ask yourself if you are truly living the life you want to lead. Are you making your life choices based on your own wants, beliefs, and values? Or are you living your life based on the expectations of those around you? In other words, whose life are you really living right now? The process of becoming your true self lasts throughout a lifetime. Our personalities, interests, and abilities are not set in stone. We humans are adaptable creatures, and we are always capable of change. However, in order to change our lives or ourselves, we have to better understand ourselves first. So here are 3 tips to help you live your own life. First, differentiate yourself. We are all born genetically unique individuals. However, much of our identity is created by our early environment. We internalize characteristics of our parents or caretakers and often take on their personalities rather than developing our own. That's also where are our limiting beliefs coming from. In this sense, We often spend more time reliving the lives of others rather than living our own lives. In order to live your own lives and fulfill your destinies, you must differentiate from destructive environmental influences. Most people either take on the value systems or beliefs of the family and culture they grew up in, or they rebel in direct opposition to their family or culture. However, in order to live your own life, it is important to develop your own personal values and beliefs, rather than simply accepting or rejecting the values and beliefs of your early influencers. Once you recognize the undesirable ways your past is affecting your present behavior, you can make a mindfulness and conscious effort to act differently and live according to your own principles, which will infuse your life with more meaning. And when you're trying to turn yourself around, you really need to try to focus on yourself and not to worry about what other people are going to think. It's easier said than done, but it's absolutely possible, and I've done it. Just because a path works for someone else doesn't mean you have to go down the same path. And if you decide to make choices based on what people say, then you will feel stuck. Break that thought patterns and do whatever you feel is best. Second, think about what makes you happy. Many people don't know what they really want, and just knowing what they want in life can be a challenge. However, you can't live your life on your own terms unless you define what your terms are. Finding out what you want and what matters to you helps you prioritize, develop goals, and ultimately get to where you want to go. When you don't know what you want, you will be like driving a car without knowing where to go. Once you know what you want, you have a destination and you can set course in that direction. So how? By visualize that your life is already how you want it to be, and think about the experiences that make your heart sing and make you happy. Then keep repeating that thought over and over again until it becomes natural to you. When you start to envision your life as the way you want it to be and make the decision, only focus on the promises you are making to yourself, then the universe must conspire to make it happen and start to move you to that direction. When you want your life to change, you should do whatever you can to paint the picture in your mind and start by asking yourself, what's that inner voice constantly talking to you? Is there something that you don't want to do anymore? Or maybe it's a dream that you've been dying to start. Allow yourself to think freely and answer those questions. Don't get caught up in what you think you should be doing or what others would like for you to do. It's for you and what makes your heart sing. Just because things aren't exactly the way you want them to be right now doesn't mean that you haven't already started going in that direction. Make sure you invest in yourself and think positive thoughts. This can guide you to continue to make progress. The things you choose to do now is shaping your future. So choose things that can make you into the person you want to be. You have the control of how you think, so conquer your thoughts and flip your life around. Third, you only need to know your direction, not your destination. To be honest, I didn't know exactly what I wanted in the beginning when I started my brand, You Can Be Healed. I've changed the brand name few times along the way. What I only knew was that made me feel good, such as when I think of positive impact I can make. I wanted to empower women to take control of their own life, I want others to know that their mind is so powerful that they can always turn the reality around. And I wanted to do the work that I love to do and have the freedom in my life. So it's really not that important to know exactly what you want to do with your life, because people change, environment change, economies change, our values change. We keep growing and evolving from time to time, and so as what we want, we change as time goes by. The only thing every person needs is a sense of direction, a vision of where you would like to go. Your first priority is to identify what you want and figure out where you want to go. Then make sure you take the path that's going to give you that, and follow by the actions. And how to know that's what you want and not others want you to want? Your wants are always going to be more articulate than the ones you inherit from others. They are more specific. They make something tingle in your consciousness in a way that nobody else will understand. That's why you can't listen to anyone else when it comes to what you truly want in your life. And remember this, there is no such thing as too late to get started or to change your direction. Sometimes things may take longer than you want, but I can assure you there is always a loving reason for this. And it generally is that you need to learn something or heal something so that you can be the person you need to be in order to contain the good things that are headed your way. You don't need to worry about the specific results. Keep moving forward and checking in with yourself, and the results will take care of themselves. Stay focused on your vision, your positive beliefs, your actions, your energy level. Don't get pulled into other people's business, whatever dramas are going on around you, and let life take care of its own business. We must strive to live our own lives rather than the lives prescribed by others. We've lived long enough for others. It's time to live the life for yourself.